what would something like that be worth to you?
Yeah, I don't hate it, but it is used a lot in sales, and it's like, well, what if I could come into your business and schedule this, or in Dave Gas' world, what if I could collect 80% of your invoices? Nobody's collecting 80%, but that's a discussion for another day, right? What if I could blah, 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 what would it be worth to you? I love where you're going. I think what you're going to find is you'll get more traction with where are you at in terms of sales right now? Where do you want sales to be? Where are you at in terms of when you say you're looking to improve your IT department's efficiency with support tickets? Where are you at right now in terms of how long it takes them to complete a ticket on average? Where do you want to be? We'd like to cut, we're at 10 minutes per ticket, we'd like to cut that number to 5. Why 5? Well, I mean, we're a bit over budget right now in that department. When you say a bit over budget, we're 30% over. And if we could make them more efficient, we wouldn't have to hire somebody, and we could actually come back down in line with budget and do sub 20. What's the budget for that department, if you don't mind me asking? It's $110,000 a month. Now you know what it's worth to them without saying what it's worth to them. You've arrived at that number without them saying. Because when we say what's it worth, that person's always going to give us a number that's a fraction of what it's truly worth, right?
You're setting you up for disaster.
Setting you up for disaster. And that's like with the, I won't say the name of the company, but we talked about this on Tuesday, right? Oh, and this was an actual real world scenario. CIO needed to cut because they had 7,500 password reset calls. Who's doing those calls? My IT department. How many people do you have? 10. How long are the calls? Calls are 8 to 12 minutes. Good. For math's sake, let's just call it 10 minutes. What's their salary? I think it was 100 and something average. We determined that call was like $33 for the support people to take that 10-minute call, or maybe $25. Then I was like, well, wait, whose passwords are we resetting? Our employees, Matt. Duh. Got it. Now, your employees, you mean, is it with Centura Health? Your physicians? Yeah. Your nurse practitioners? Yup. Your administrators? Yup. What do they cost on average? I mean, you can't average it, but what is a neurosurgeon? $600K? Got it. What's a nurse practitioner? $131,000. We figured out that 10-minute call was now $107, right? Now, if I just said, what's it worth for you to have us cut your password reset calls in half, he would have said it would be nice. But we found out that there was $852,000 in labor, just labor, not lost time, in these password reset calls. And their product didn't cost $852,000. It's done, right? Hey, this module is $40,000 a year plus another $20K for the annual maintenance on it. We're going to be saving just labor alone $852K, not to mention the domino effect. If I've got a neurosurgeon that's spending time on the phone, not in front of patients, not in the OR, and God forbid he's got a team, an anesthesiologist and other people waiting for him so he can reset to log on to service that patient. But just the labor alone, we're at 800 grand. Does it make sense for us to move forward? If I had just asked, what is it worth to you? He'd be like, it's on our list of priorities to do. So that's where I want the monetization course, where we can get dollar amounts on this stuff. That's where it gets really, really exciting, because we're focusing on the outcome and we're asking the right questions to monetize. Does that make sense, Sam?